Next, we can reveal that several farms are being targeted by sheep rustlers every month here in the East Midlands.
Some thefts involved hundreds of animals being taken in one go, costing thousands of pounds. Details have been released to us under the Freedom of Information Act. Our social affairs correspondent Jeremy Ball reports.
Auction day at Newark Livestock Market. This morning they were selling bulls for tens of thousands of pounds. Farm animals are valuable assets, so these ear identification tags are used to protect them from criminals. But Ian's sheep farm in Derbyshire has still been targeted by rustlers.
Went to bring them back from winter grazing. We got there, all the gates were open. Obviously somebody had been in, and when we counted the sheep up, there was 30 missing. They can just cut the tags out, and next day they can have them in a market somewhere. Somebody had obviously been with a dog and gathered them up. The insurance people will say, well, what are you doing to cover yourself? I said, what do you want me to do, stand in the field all night?
And now, figures we've obtained show that animal rustling's being recorded by police here in the East Midlands around once a week. The last 3 years saw 104 crimes where sheep were stolen, another 33 where rustlers took cows, and 14 more involving pigs. Typically, each incident involved several animals being stolen. Police in rural Lincolnshire recorded 80 rustling offences. Farms in Derbyshire were targeted 32 times. While the Leicestershire force recorded 25 rustling offences, and there were another 14 incidents in Nottinghamshire over the same 3-year period.
There's nothing simple or subtle about these crimes. These are live animals, and just look at the size of them. Lincolnshire police have seen over 100 cows and 400 sheep stolen in single incidents. And the Leicestershire force say a typical crime involved 10 sheep being stolen. None of those rustlers were ever caught.
Members of the public can help us here. If you're being offered cheap meat, you actually ask the question, where's it come from and how's it got there? Because it's possibly not coming through the usual channels of a supermarket or a butcher or somebody like that. And then you've got to be suspicious. And in my case, if I was offered cheap meat, I'd be wondering about how it had been slaughtered and whether it was hygienic.
And cows now have passports, so butchers can check they're not stolen, helping to make sure that rustlers are keeping their snouts out of the trough. Jeremy Ball, BBC East Midlands Today, Newark.